Yeah, I want to talk about something positive. Like, let's have a good conversation point. And one of my big takeaways after watching this game is that we have the answer at quarterback, and it is Jared Goff. He is a good quarterback. I think he is border. I don't care what people are saying. I'm going to say top 10. He's in a top tier of quarterbacks. Most people say third tier. I think he's in the second tier of quarterbacks. What do you think about Jared Goff, especially after watching the first 2 games of the season?
100% agree. Jared Goff is playing so well. We can't take this for granted. Yes, the pick 6, and it's just going to happen. But overall, there's so many good plays that he made. Pressure in his face. He doesn't have Amon-Ra's beat up. He doesn't have like elite receivers out there. I mean, Seattle did the same thing that the Chiefs did. Everybody's up. Safeties are up. They're pressing us. I mean, doesn't it feel like everything was tight? Everything was challenging, but Jared Goff stood in there, made so many big plays, hits Laporta on so many big plays. We just got to remember that we go back to when he was traded to us. We just were thinking, boy, it'd be nice if he was good, right? Like, I think he's good. Is he not good? And we had this debate.
No, you were like, what if?
Yeah, what if? We had this debate constantly amongst fans.
Like, what if?
And it's like, if I would have told you and showed you what he's doing, you'd been like, oh my gosh, we got him and a bunch of first-round picks. That we are in good shape because of Jared Goff. Nothing else needs to be said about going forward, defense, all this. We have Goff. We've got good players. We're going to be in games. We have Jared. We have a quarterback.
We have a quarterback. And I'm going to go a little bit beyond that. And I'm going to bring this back up. 28 of 35, 323 yards, 3 touchdowns. I get it. He had a pick 6. Okay. I'm not going to kill him for an interception because he had just come off the 3rd longest streak in NFL history without throwing an interception. So let's not go nuts on this dude for a pick 6. We have not gone 9-2 in the last 11 games if Jared Goff hasn't been interception free like he has.
That's right.
He has been a lack of turnover machine. So here's what I see Jared Goff having to do in this game. I see him with a defense that he knows can't stop the opponent. All right, in this game. I see him go down a running back. I see him, the running back that you can just hand the ball off to and get 5 or 6 yards, because that's what Montgomery was seeming to do. We'll go with 4 yards. All right. I think he averaged a little over 4 yards a carry. So he had that going. He lost that. And then Amon-Ra St. Brown's out. And what does he do? Instead of saying Amon-Ra St. Brown, okay, I'll go to Josh Reynolds. Oh, okay, I'll go to Sam Laporta. I will adjust. I will do what I have to do. Every podcast, every radio show, anywhere is still saying you can win with Jared Goff. And the narrative around him is he's a guy that if everything around him is perfect, you can win with him. Well, I got news flash. Everything around him wasn't perfect. He still almost won this game. That's it.
Not to mention, you nailed it. I love everything you said, because you're right. Oh, Goff's good as long as he's got a clean pocket, 72 degrees. It's like
just under 3 mile an hour wind.
Yeah. In elite receivers. We have seen him time after time, this game included, where he gets smoked in the back on that late hit. He's a baller, and he's just like, he's tough. And by the way, that late hit, I was like, oh, throw him out of the league. And then there's a different angle where Goff is holding his hands.
Wait, is he throwing?
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, you can keep him in the league. But I just love, he's a gamer, and he does. He's like a good looking guy from California. So it's like, dude, get tougher. Like, what are we doing? And it's like, no, he is a baller, man. And we're lucky to have him, and we can't take this for granted, because you nailed it. Pick 6, I get it, but up until that point, he's 3rd in NFL history in a streak of passes. So we're going to be we're going to be just fine. This game, I still can't put my arms around just what I saw, because that's a good defense too. And we're putting up points. We're throwing, I just really struggle with what else he can do. I mean, what more do you need from this guy? He is really good.
He's it.
We're lucky to have him.
He's it. The only thing he could do better is magically run a 4.5.
Yeah.
And he's not that. But I don't know anyone who can run a 4.5, and I don't think Mahomes can run a 4.5 that can sling it like this guy. I mean, his ability is his accuracy is his greatest ability. I am routinely amazed at what he can do with a bunch of different people. And when Jameson Williams comes back to this offense and changes that deep threat, like I am like salivating at the mouth, just like, yes, get back here. And this is going to be fantastic because Goff could he could be pushing some serious yardage totals this year.
Yes, because we are missing that piece. We tried to do stuff with Khalif Raymond, and I love Khalif Raymond, but we just don't have it yet. We need somebody to go. And not a lot of teams, but the truth is, not a lot of teams have it where you have just a Jameson Williams that's going to come off the bench here in week 7 or whatever. But what a luxury that'll be. And Goff, we are in good shape. I got the injuries pulled up here. You forget about Pascal didn't play. Decker, of course, Vitek. So we're going to have to take a minute, let all these injuries unfold. This was a brutal game, and we got to go forward. But we have Goff, and that's what
we have Goff. Everybody isn't it weird to say that? We used to say, hey, we got Stafford, right? Like Goff has put together what is now a 12-game stretch that is better than any 12-game stretch Stafford put together. And yes, I am saying that confidently because when Stafford had his year that he threw for so many yards and just went nuts, 40% of them were just chucking it up to Kelvin.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
Like when he was young, he wasn't a great quarterback yet. He was just in a good spot. But by the way, can I say something that's embarrassing?
Yeah.
You see this comment down here? Oh, never mind. It just went away. At the end where it says Montgomery SMH, that is shaking my head. Yes. I didn't know that until a week ago.
Oh, perfect. Welcome.
Yeah. What a boomer. Like
it's so well needed in a lot of texts because you're just like,
and it's in text all the time. And do you want to know what I thought it was?
Same. I don't know. What did you think it was?
So much hate.
I
used to think LOL meant lots of laughs.
Yep.
I mean, that one's closer.
Yeah, that one's, you could get away with that. Be like, oh man, they're laughing. They're lots of
people are putting SMH on text to me and stuff. I'm like, there's no hate. I don't understand what's going on. Shaking my head.
I'm good.
I didn't relax. Let's just put it that way. What I'm going to do is when we get off this live, I'm going to check out my fantasy football. I'm going to check out and see what's going on. And I'm going to hope that that's going better than what happened with the Lions and that I'm not losing in the final seconds. Because
unbelievable.
That was brutal.
I just don't ever want to play Seattle. We play them every year. It's just
every year. It's the new Arizona.
And that was terrible too. They were always
hated it.
Weird. So, okay. I think we're good. We're fine. We're fine. That was a brutal loss. One that you gotta, what's up with, dude, how many big games can we have at Ford Field and lose? You go back throughout the history. I could look it up, but man, there's been so many gotta have it games. I mean, obviously Aaron Rodgers for the division 1 year comes in here, crowd's just roaring. No problem. There's the Atlanta game where we had the runoff. There's the Pittsburgh game. Let's go. Where we kicked a bunch of field goals. Then we finally go for it. Don't get it. Then they throw like a 95-yard touchdown. They win that game. So anyway,
good memory. One. I'm proud of you for that. That was really impressive.
I don't know.
Here's the deal. Here's my final takeaway. And it's a two-parter. Offense is still what we thought they were. They are. The offense is good. We're in good hands. Seattle doesn't have a horrible defense in there, and we still did a good job against them. We were fine against the Chiefs. We moved the ball well. This defense and Aaron Glenn should be embarrassed. This is a call out, not from me. Like everybody watching this game the defense needs to be held accountable for what just happened. Because with Kansas City, the defense played well, but there was a lot of luck involved, a lot of drop passes, a lot of those things. We even talked about it last week, so this isn't new. It's not like we're just making it up. I'm telling you right now, the biggest struggle is this defense. We've got the talent. It should be able to change.
Yes. I Agree. I agree. We'll see what we do. We'll see how the defense. These next 2 games are huge, and I mean Dan Campbell at some point might have
Massive.
to look at his buddy, his boy, and just be like, "What do we do? This isn't working, Aaron. We need to." I don't know. It's one
Just get,
game,
just
and
get
I
out of
think
here
we're
at
okay. So
3-1 after 4 games, and everybody will forget this ever happened.
that's right.